Good evening, welcome back, Poetry Lovers. It is I, ZMYs, and here I am with another home recording just for you. I'd like to thank you all for waiting so patiently for this release. I recently purchased a decent copy of the latest Bowie box set, Loving the Alien, 1983 to 1988. Sorry for the blurriness. And it was released a few weeks ago, actually, or a couple weeks. And I wanted to make sure that I purchased a decent new and sealed copy, which I did. And yeah, it's a pretty decent period of his. It's when he had his #1 album, especially in America, and his second #1 hit single in America as well, which share the same title. So let me delay you no further. Let's examine the contents. Whoops. So first of all, before I even get to the albums, includes this nice little promo flyer for Ricochet 1983 book, and it examines that 1 year where Bowie toured the world, the serious Moonlight. And hypothetically speaking, do you think maybe in a parallel universe Bowie would also create a hilarious Sunlight tour? Anyway, so just pretty much previews the book. It's a picture of him and oh my goodness, great balls of fire. What is his name? I don't even by the late singer's official tour photographer. So that's him. So yeah, it's coming out in March of next year. So order yours today, or pre-order rather. I'll be doing so. Anyway, album time. We have Let's Dance, the Serious Moonlight Tour, live 1983. Tonight, Never Let Me Down 2018, which I will explain. The Glass Spider, live Montreal 1987. Dance, Recall 4, and the Booklet. Let us begin, shall we? Okay. And as always, I'll be laying all these albums out on the table here. So let us start out with Let's Dance. Let's get the bloody thing out. Alright. Let's Dance, 1983. The world saw a different Bowie yet again. 2.5 years, 2.5 years ago, in that time, Scary Monsters was released. A brilliant album. And this includes at least 4 of the well-known songs from this album. The title track, Let's Dance, 7.5 minutes of just glorious intensity. China Girl, which was originally an Iggy Pop song, and then Bowie pretty much gave it a new sentiment altogether. Modern Love, and I believe Cat People. So I do like those songs. Honestly, with Cat People, I prefer the soundtrack version for the film Cat People in 1982 with Giorgio Moroder. And Bowie worked with him. And he also, Nile Rodgers produced this album, and he gave it a spectacular sound. The other 4 songs on this album are alright. I do absolutely love Ricochet very much. March of Flowers, March of Dimes, these are the prisons, these are the crimes. Just incredible. I do like Criminal World as well. It's a great cover. Without You is a lovely love song, and of course, Shake It. It's a decent dancing song. Let's see if there are any gifts. Ah, yes. Replica of the original record sleeve includes lyrics to all his songs with the dance steps or boxing steps. So, just figure that out. Next we have Serious Moonlight Tour. This is the first time that the album has been released officially. The first officially released album of the Serious Moonlight Tour. There have been many bootlegs, many different venues from around the world. He had one of the biggest audience sets ever. There he is. His famous yellow attire. Well, it's white right here, but it's the lighting. And there's Luna. And Stevie Ray Vaughan played a very important part of Let's Dance. Played lead guitar, kind of like how Robert Fripp played lead guitar on Scary Monsters. And Carlos Alomar, Earl Slick was on this tour. This is also the first time that, recorded live at Pacific National Exhibition Coliseum, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Except Modern Love, recorded live at the Forum, Montreal, on July 13th, 1983. So, look at that, Bowie is Atlas. And I believe the only gifts that these include were sort of the track lists for each CD, and you can place the CD in there, I believe. Oops, hang on. Look at that. Nice photo of him. Very nice. And then on the other side, same thing, I believe. Another track list. Another photo of him. Nice. So that would be the Serious Moonlight Tour. Oh. Terribly Sorry Poetry Love Buzz. Those gifts were hard to place back in the sleeve, but anyway, yes. So, Serious Moonlight Tour, 1983. Next is Tonight. The album from 1984. I'm sorry I didn't go with favorite tracks on Serious Moonlight, because it was a great tour, but as far as live versions of songs, I don't know, it wasn't exactly my favorite. I did like how he brought back Station to Station. Thought it was interesting. It's always been a favorite track of mine. Very interesting when performed live. Favorite tracks on Tonight, definitely Loving the Alien, definitely Blue Jean. I actually liked Tumblin' Twirl and I Keep Forgettin'. It's a great cover. He wrote Dancing with the Big Boys and Neighborhood Threat, Iggy Pop. And of course, Tonight. Tonight was also another Iggy Pop composition, but he sung that with Tina Turner. Took a very different direction from the original content of the song. And the gifts here, well, I believe the one singular gift is the, I believe it includes lyrics of the songs on the other side. Yep. So for example, here is lyrics for I Keep Forgettin'. Sometimes on albums they include lyrics of the cover songs that the artist performs, but not all the time. But glad they did with this one. So, good for Bowie. And we come to Never Let Me Down, 1987. Because in between 1984 and 1987, Bowie starred in, he didn't exactly star in Absolute Beginners, but he sang 3 songs, and we will get to those in a minute. Pretty soon anyway. And he also starred in Labyrinth as Jareth the Goblin King. It was great, and then Never Let Me Down came around. Now, it also ensued one of the biggest world tours of his at the time, the Glass Spider Tour. And this album, I mean, didn't like every single song. I did like the single Time Will Crawl. I loved the song Glass Spider. I liked the sort of the recitation before the actual song starts. Very haunting. I like the title track, Never Let Me Down. Day In, Day Out was alright. Yeah. Not one of my favorites, but I mean, there's some pretty decent content in here. David Bowie called these two albums, Tonight, Never Let Me Down, his Phil Collins years. Oops. But he didn't mean that in that way. He was talking about, he was referring to the audiences who attended his concerts. It's like, these people have come to see me when they should be seeing Phil Collins. Thought that was hilarious. It includes the lyrics to the songs. Has more lyrical content than Tonight. And then the opening cover on here is Bang Bang. That's by Iggy Pop and Ivan Kral. And then we have Never Let Me Down 2018. Brand new cover. Some photos from the original photo shoot. So, in 2008, this compilation called I Select Bowie came out. And it introduced this remix of Time Will Crawl, and they call it the MM remix because it was remixed by Mario J. McNulty. And so it was 2018, Bowie called him up and said, I wanted to remix a song from Never Let Me Down, and they did. And Bowie he put this album down pretty hard. He was very critical of himself. He thought if anything, he could reimagine the album. He wanted to remake it. And unfortunately, this wasn't released until 2 years after his death. And this is, besides the Serious Moonlight tour, this is one of the albums that are exclusive to this box set. And the songs on here, kind of like Lodger on his previous box set, New Career, New Town, was remixed. New instruments, new vocals were added. Sometimes the songs were stripped down. It sounds more organic. I'm not going to give everything away. I'll let you figure that out on your own. Another live album, Glass Spider Tour, Live Montreal 87. And there he is, looking angelic and haunting and freaky. Same thing with this one, as far as live versions of songs are concerned. I liked how he brought back Up the Hill Backwards. It's one of my favorite Scary Monsters songs. Big Brother from Diamond Dogs. All the Madmen from Man Who Sold the World, probably the oldest song on this album. All the Madmen. Let's see. Gifts include, I believe, the same thing as Serious Moonlight, so yeah, just a track list. And still of Bowie. Can't bring that all the way, but there he is. And yeah, so he's just, it's a phenomenal performer. He made this one of the most theatrical tours ever. My parents actually got to see him live. I still have the original ticket of theirs hanging up. I should laminate and frame it. There's another photo of him just rocking out, giving the masses, the audience, what they want. So, let's see if any gifts came with 2018. I believe so. Hang on. Just a second, Poetry Lovers. Let me get it out. I believe there is something. Haha. I made a joke. If there is something. Tin Machine song. Yeah, so same thing as the regular Never Let Me Down lyrics to the songs. So, for example, on the regular Never Let Me Down, there's a mid-song rap on this song called Shining Star, parentheses, Making My Love, with Mickey Rourke, none other than Mickey Rourke, the actor. And on this one, instead of Mickey Rourke. Laurie Anderson, the singer who sang Oh Superman, who Bowie knew very well, stepped up to the plate and turned it into spoken word instead of a mid-song rap. And now we're getting to the compilations. There are 2 compilations. One of them is called Dance. This was shelved. And originally I saw a cover like this and it was called Dance. It was a bootleg. It was a bootleg full of remixes. And this one has, hang on, 12 remixes from the 3 albums. Let's Dance, Tonight, Never Let Me Down. For example, it includes a dub/acapella version of Never Let Me Down, a Groucho mix of Day In and Day Out. It even includes an extended dance mix of Underground from Magic Dance, from Labyrinth. And yeah, so if you're ready to perhaps work out, do a nice workout, or just hype it up at your party, this is the album for sure. If you want to put on some nice dance music from Bowie. And this is exclusive to this album as well. And this is the first time that a Glass Spire tour has been released besides the 2 CD plus DVD just of the tour. So. And last but not least, there are 2 CDs in here. Recall 4. Recall 4. Are there any gifts inside Dance? I'm not sure if there are. Wouldn't be surprised if there weren't, because it is oh, there are. Well, there's just one. It explains the songs, the instruments and whatnot of all the remixes. So, cool. So, Recall 4, full of B-sides, single versions, non-album songs, soundtrack songs, and remixes. So, CD 1. Single version of Let's Dance, single version of China Girl, single version of Modern Love, This Is Not America, and that's the theme from the film called The Falcon and the Snowman, and it's David Bowie with the Pat Metheny group, or Metheny. The remixed version of Loving the Alien, the remixed version of Don't Look Down, which is two of Bowie's attempts at reggae, and the Bob Clearmountain mix of Dancing in the Street, his duet with Mick Jagger. And then the 3 songs from Absolute Beginners, which is the title track, Absolute Beginners. That's Motivation. And Volare. Dean Martin sang a pretty decent version of that, too. And then 5 of the 6 Bowie-written songs from Labyrinth, which is the Labyrinth opening title / Underground, Magic Dance, As the World Falls Down, it's a nice romantic slow song, Within You, and Underground, Bowie's awesome attempt at gospel. And CD 2, When the Wind Blows, single version from the movie When the Wind Blows. Day In, Day Out, single version. Julie, which is a non-album song, but it was supposed to be on Never Let Me Down. Beat of Your Drum, vinyl album edit. Glass Spider, vinyl album edit. Shining Star, Making My Love, vinyl album edit. New York's in Love, vinyl album edit. 87 and Cry, vinyl album edit. Bang Bang, vinyl album edit. Time Will Crawl, single version. Girls, extended edit. It's the other Never Let Me Down non-album song besides Julie. It's the extended edit. It was also originally released as a shorter version, as a bonus track. Never Let Me Down, 7-inch remix edit. Bang Bang live, it's a promotional mix. Tonight live with Tina Turner, and Let's Dance live with Tina Turner. So, pretty decent, pretty hefty selection of tracks. Now then, as always, I am here to discuss the rarities that were not included with the box set. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. There are some remixes and instrumental versions of songs that that were not included. And of course, again, as always, I realize you cannot include every single rarity, otherwise there probably wouldn't be enough room. Or you could maybe make 3 CDs, I don't know. Anywho, so definitely from Never Let Me Down, there was a song that was originally released called Too Dizzy, and it was included in the album, but Bowie despised it. He really disowned this album until the reimagining. But it's part of the reason I suppose that Too Dizzy was not included. So that's obviously that's out of the picture. I was really surprised to learn that the 6th Labyrinth song, Chilly Down, was not included. Bowie did not sing the lead lyrics, or not lead lyrics, I'm sorry, lead vocals, but he did write it, and I know he sang backing vocals. And there's a demo version of the original version of Chilly Down. It's called Wild Things, and you can clearly hear Bowie. It's all him, pretty much. Trying to figure out why they did not include that. When the Never Let Me Down title track single came out, especially the Japanese version, there were quite a few remixes of Never Let Me Down, and of course there were a few with Time Will Crawl. Also, Bowie did a Spanish song for Never Let Me Down called Al Alba. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you get the chance, please listen to it. It's just incredibly amazing. That was not included as well. I will certainly go through and see if I missed any. And as always, the lovely booklet includes some handwritten lyrics to songs, as well as a very lengthy interview about the making of the album Tonight. I'm not saying that very little information is known about the album, but I think there was enough. And, yeah, it includes nice photographs, and so many people talk about the making of all of the albums, and his creative process, which I still love learning about, and how he wrote, how he did not write. That's all included. So, we have altogether 3 studio albums. Let's Dance Tonight, Never Let Me Down. It's 3 discs. Never Let Me Down, 2018, 4 discs. David Bowie's Serious Moonlight Tour, 6 discs. Glass Spider Tour, 8 discs. 9 discs with Dance, the remix compilation, and Recall 4, 2 more discs, 11. So 11 discs of mid-80s Bowie. Early to mid-80s, or early to late 80s, I'm sorry. And, yeah, so it's a great period of his, especially when he started to become this pop star who wanted to give the mainstream another look at life and society, whether it's post-apocalyptic, political, even historical. But, yeah, so, as always, purchase yours today. Long live Bowie, and we will see you next year with Bowie box set number 5. And if you'd like to hear about my speculations about the 5th box set, just click the link below. I have included it in this video because obviously it's going to be just a little while before it's released. So have fun with that and theorize on your own. So anyway, poetry lives. Long live David Bowie.